All right. Boldy James, Manger on McNichols. It's kind of interesting because I'm looking at the plays. This came out in 2020. When in 2020? July. So if this is 4 years old, and I'm looking at the streams, and there's not even a song with 1 million streams, which is fine, not a big deal, but surprising because I've gotten a lot of requests for this album consistently too, very consistently. This one comes up a lot. I'm assuming it comes up a lot probably because it's something that I'll be into, and so people are probably trying to steer me towards something that they think I'll like, which makes sense, and obviously that's not a problem either. But I wonder if this is going to be one of those experiences where I'm like, how is this album so great and nobody's listened to it? It's weird how that happens, but everyone has their own taste and all that stuff. When it comes to Boldy James, I don't know anything about the guy at all. I don't even think I've heard him before, to my knowledge. If I click on his name, I don't think I've ever heard this dude, ever. People have mentioned Tecmo Superbo as well. I'll probably check that out. That's with The Alchemist. I'd like to check that out. But the reason why I'm doing this one is it's kind of a good length, 43 minutes. I got some shit going on today. I need to be on a little bit more on the shorter side for the runtime. I didn't see any music videos for this, so no music videos. Two things I saw mentioned after I posted up. I was going to do this today. I guess the song's transition, so I'll try and not kill that transition track to track. And then people are saying Sideways Bob. Now, I'll double warn on Sideways Bob. I'm tired. Our cats have learned how to open doors. We have like the lever style door handles. They just open the doors now. So they woke me up at 2:45 this morning by opening the door and just coming in. And so I threw them out and then I locked the door. Then they started like trying to open the door. And so for like 45 minutes this morning, I was fighting with the cats. I can't lock them in the bathroom anymore because they can open that door. So anyway, I'm tired. And when I'm tired, I usually get more emotional. I'm in a weird spot though today. I almost didn't even sit down to record. I almost said, fuck it, I'm not doing a video today, which would have been I think that would have been the first time in 4 years. I think there's been 1 week where I didn't post a video on a Friday in 4 years. But I was looking through stuff. I was trying to figure out what I wanted to listen to. For whatever reason, the new Dr. Dre album, the cover, him and Snoop Dogg, the cover makes me cringe. I don't know why. It's a picture of a condom, and it's so unoffensive. It doesn't I feel like I'm just being so incredibly unreasonable, but at the same time, there's something about that cover. I just hate it. I hate the cover, and it's ridiculous to me. But I was like, well, I don't know. I'm all pissed off and tired and cranky, and so I don't have an open mind towards that for just stupid reason. And then people would tell me, oh, you gotta check out this Netspin kid. And I've read a couple of things about the album, and I'm like, I don't think I'm gonna be into that either. So I was trying to figure out what the fuck to listen to. All right, this lands perfectly in that spot. Let's get into it. Boldy James. Apparently, the producer is the same producer throughout. Sterling. I don't want to say Toles, maybe. I don't know how to pronounce the last name. Manger on McNichols. The cover is very fascinating to me. It's very fascinating. It makes me think of like a fractal or something, the way it's laid out and expanding this, these images of this manger display or something like that. Or not manger. What do you call it? What's it called? Nativity. I think that's what it's called. Anyway, let's just drop in. Track 1's called Medusa. Producer is Sterling Toles. I'll say, I don't know how to pronounce it. I think that's the same throughout, so I won't really bother mentioning producer. Medusa, of course, the mythical creature with the snakes for hair. That if you look at her in the eyes, you turn to stone. So turning to stone is, kind of pops into my mind coming into this one. But here we go. Drop it in track 1. First time listening to Boldy James, Manger on McNichols, Medusa.
Now here is all these people who will lose here 30, 40 years and 50 years ago. And whatever they will lose you about is no longer there. I see, because now I look on the street every day and I see all these young men standing on the corner. It used to be you could drop out, even when Kenny was growing up, you could drop out of high school, you could always get your own slave out there at Ford. Nowadays, there's no place to stand on the corner.
Kind creatures, 100 cc's for the shooters. This is every dope fiend stream that's a tutor, therapeutic to the user, the heroin abusers. No, I'm a kind creature like I'm staring at Medusa.
Oh, wow.
Shit.
Nick Bruno.
What up, bro?
Where the fuck you at, man?
So concrete makes me think of concrete.
There's all type of cheese out here, man. And we out here getting it, man. You missing in action, dog. What the fuck going on with you, man?
Wow.
Look, now my lady on my case, so I'm filling out an app. All I know is how to whip dust in the Paris. Got a baby on the way. Damn, it's a mess. Have you ever been convicted of a felony? Yeah, check. Get in a box to the left, say no. Fresh out the box with a fresh new caseload. Step out the box for a sec, thank bro. They ain't tryna have you with jailhouse tattoos on your left forearm, scared looking at you like you up to no good, scared and afraid to look you in your eye like a man when he faced you. Stood by the phone and he said in the den till he give me a call if anything was available.
Wow.
Didn't get the job, not a rent and the cable do. Concrete, 100 cc's for the shooters. This is every dope fiend stream that's a tutor, therapeutic to the user, the heroin abuser.
Let's pause here. There's about a minute left, but that's kind of the end of the lyrics. So we'll kind of go through the lyrics and then we'll let it roll out and roll into track 2. This verse is incredible. This bit where you get into, he's applying for a job. So whoever this opening section is, this woman talking about the promised land and being able to get a job and all this other stuff. I was hoping the annotation would say who it was, but it doesn't. This verse is so well done. My lady's on my case, so I'm filling out an app. So he's got a baby on the way, so that's like, his girl. It's a mess. So he's filling out a job application. All I know how to do is whip dust in a Pyrex. Like, finding a job can be hard enough, but I don't know why. Like, I've never heard an artist like say it like this before, but just the idea of filling out a job application. Like, we've come across the concept and the idea and the reality, obviously, very often of struggling to make it, and there's no opportunities, and so I'm slinging drugs to make money and what have you. We've all heard different variations of that, but there's just something like very grounding about somebody talking about trying to fill out a job application. And I don't have any fucking skills. I don't know how to do anything. All I do is sell drugs. Like, that puts a very tangible reality onto it. Because we've all filled out a job application. Like, that's somewhere where we can all relate. Filling out a job application. Trying to do your resume, and then having this feeling of, fuck, I'm worthless. I don't have any skills. Nobody wants to hire me. What good am I? Like, we can connect at that one focal point right there. And then this idea, got a baby on the way. It's a mess. He's getting asked, have you ever been convicted of a felony? We're going to check no. Fresh out the box with a new caseload. Step out the box for a second. Think bold. They're not trying to hire you with jailhouse tattoos on your left forearm, staring, looking at you. And this is what I love about it, too. The idea of Medusa. They're looking at you, but they don't want to look you in the eye. Because you're a black man with tattoos. Look you in your eye like a man when he faces you. He's afraid to. But then there's this other thing. Oh, you know what? I think I misunderstood. I was thinking like the man. Anyway, let's keep going. Didn't get the job. Rent and cables due. End of the month. Gas AOL. AOL. That's a funny mention right there. First of the month. Fiends cash in their welfare. Stand on the curb just selling cocaine with some very close friends that'll catch you long range. And dig in your nerves. I still got the work. I'm selling whole things. Wow. And then insert it to the varicose veins. Fucking killer opener. Let's let it play out, and then we'll roll right into track 2. We won't pause in the middle there. Notation. I like. That's Lisa Gerard. That's from that song off of. Oh my god. So I didn't remember. I know that sample. I think it's Lisa Gerard. Is that her name? Lisa Garrett or something like that? Gerard. Lisa Gerard. And that song is not on Spotify. It's off a soundtrack. I have the soundtrack on CD. It's incredible. But that song is fucking amazing. I forget what it's called. Anyway, it's not on Spotify, so that sucks. Alright, rolling into track 2, which is called Welcome to
Metro
76.
Detroit area, there are thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands and more about to join now.
Welcome to 76.
We're very seldom do we run from the poles. Tell them welcome to my humble abode.
Welcome to 76.
It's the hell where you get an award for pulling triggers, pulling bullets and pulls.
76.
Homicide detectives, decoys to Colonel and swords. Got a picture of Rough Amy and Lord in the middle of they bulletin
Wow.
board. Full of criminals, you get a reward for any info that you give. It's been sworn. Tell me, how could you testify? And
Wow.
still on your familiar, look at me dead in my retina. But kind creatures live forever and cowards die 1,000 deaths. You welcome to 76.
I'm gonna nerd out a little bit. The production here reminds me a little bit of Act 2 from Diablo 2 in the desert area, which I love. I love that. I love the whole soundtrack for Diablo 2, but that kind of reminds me of Diablo 2 a little bit. This is fucking fascinating so far. I mean, we're 4 minutes into an album, and this is incredible. Let's keep going. Sorry for pausing. I just had to expose a part of my nerd side there.
I got the drug-free schools on high.
Drug-free schools on high. Child of the universe.
Where's kind creature organized and Portuguese, but you gotta love us.
Welcome to 76.
Where the guns we shoot on cock block. Smell the barrel on this boat lock, fucking cocksucker. Got the drug-free schools on high. God, tell the devil Boldy on this spot. If I gotta suffer.
Wow. This is like, it's unsettling. I don't know how to place this. Like, on one hand, I want to keep listening to try and settle in this out, but at the same time, I don't feel like I'm supposed to feel settled. This whole welcome to 76, like this kid's voice that's in there. Well, I don't know if it's necessarily a kid, but whoever this other voice is. And then the production is kind of all over, and there's like different beats, and it just has this sense of anxiousness to it, anxiety, like I'm just not settled. It's really fucking fascinating that this is happening. It's just music, but like I feel uncomfortable in a good way, like in a way, like I feel like I'm supposed to feel uncomfortable. Like I don't feel like it's bad or it doesn't work. It works really well, and in working really well, it's giving me like this emotion, this sensation. Let's keep going. This is fucking crazy.
Don't F with them boys off of McNichols, but come back to Detroit. Sorry we missed you with this northern hospitality. You welcome to 76.
Northern hospitality.
In the streets that roared me, of my innocence and my childhood dreams.
I got some 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 slot. Heavy metal poking out.
Welcome to 76.
This shit is
I got
fucking
the drug-free
wild.
schools on high.
This is this is incredible.
We was selling weight out of with pistol grips. Even when your neighbors was out of it, we kept the shit. So when they say it's a drought coming, I don't trip. I just wait and I rob niggas who hold it. He tried to hold his breath and we drowned him, overstepped his boundaries and wasn't.
Welcome to 76.
Wasn't. I'll pause here. Let's go through these lyrics. This shit is fucking. It's like it's telling a story, but. Well, let's just read the lyrics. Maybe I can actually coalesce my own thoughts here. Welcome to 76. Where very seldom do we run from the pose. Tell them welcome to my humble abode. It's the hell and where you get an award for pulling triggers, pulling bullets apart. Homicide detectives, decoys, the colonel and the sarge. Got a picture of roughing me up at large. in the middle of the bulletin board full of criminals. You get a reward for any info that you give. It's been sworn to secrecy once you snitch and inform them agencies trusted and issue no more, basically. So, like, if you snitch once, it's over. Like, you've switched sides, basically. Especially with me, I can't fuck with you snitches. So stay away from me. Fuck that Upper Peninsula. And that's like, I'm assuming that's Michigan, the state. Fill in the vacancy. Tell me how could you testify on squeal on your familia? Look at me dead in my retina. But calm creatures live forever and cowards die a thousand's death. You're welcome to say. I wonder what the fuck happened there. I mean, obviously somebody snitched out, right? This track reminds me of Ka. This reminds me of Honor Killed the Samurai a bit. The production mostly. Well, even Boldy James, kind of his delivery too. It reminds me of Honor Killed the Samurai. I almost sat down with Thief Next to Jesus. Really what I want to do is I want to do Descendants of Cain and Thief Next to Jesus on the same weekend. What I might do is like a Friday, Saturday weekend. That might actually be next weekend. Because Ka says a lot and I don't want to fry my brain trying to do 2 albums in one day. Press an H up in the streets that robbed me of my innocence and my childhood dreams. Heavy metal Pokemon. I got the drug-free school zone high. And then this like voice, you are a child of the universe, no less than the trees and the stars. And that refrain is such a powerful piece of contrast to everything else. And it serves to me with everything that's going on with the spoken word kind of style of flow almost, and like the production and all these different sounds, all these things happen around. It feels like this refrain pops in and it's just like this thought that shoots through your brain sometimes of, why is this happening to me? Like, is something wrong with me? Like, am I, forsaken? Am I, a bad person? Am I whatever? And it's like, no, you're no less. It's just, it just feels like this crazy acknowledgement of, here I am in this shitty situation and I can't figure out why. Anyway, sorry, I'm all scatterbrained. It's con creatures, Gorgonites, and Poltergeists, but you gotta love us. Where the guns we shoot on cock, smell the barrel of this boat lock, you fucking cocksucker. Got the drug-free school zone high. God, tell the devil Boldy want a spot if I gotta suffer. Got some 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 slot heavy metal poking out my side, you motherfucking sissies. Your boy an assassin. My city ain't no tourist attraction. This Detroit where shit happens. Cats get shot in their jibs, extorted, kidnapped, robbed for the something else that's very important about this track, these verses, is there's no flex, there's no brag, there's no anything. It's very like statement of fact. And there's no joy in it, which is another thing that weighs it down and makes it so powerful. Wow. This is impressive. This is very impressive. Let's let this one play out. There's about 30 seconds, and then we'll roll into track 3, which is Detroit River Rock. He tried to hold his breath, and we drowned him, overstepped his boundaries, and wasn't welcome to 7-6.
You are a child of the universe, no less than the trees and stars.
Hell block, 6 mile,
Hell block.
drugs on 76, kind creatures, yeah, okay. I do dirt with them snakes in the grass. I move work off of Pickford Ave, where we shoot first, ask questions last, like.
Wow.
The truth hurts like picking a scab. The do dirt got a temporary tag when I'm putting in work and I'm leaning out the rad like.
Whoa.
Clip for a drop, reload,
Crazy.
lock and load. Clip
Wow.
for a cock and hold, rock and roll. Discharge, fire in the hole like.
Wow.
Drop, reload, lock and load. Click, draw, cock and hold, rock and roll. Discharge, fire in the hole like.
Oh man, this is crazy.
Get your life started, I'm in grits to do it. Never let your right know what your left is doing. Had to ride on, but I kept it moving. No matter what happens, it's truth and sentencing. More murder, keep ratchets to shoot these niggas with. Don't worry, be happy.
This is incredible. Like I even like zoned out a bit. Like I'm just taken in by this sound. There's a presentation too. The way he's just saying this shit. Like my favorite album this year, 2024, was Dark Times by Vince Staples, and I really can't explain why. Like when I listen to it objectively, I don't really feel like there's a lot of like, you know, necessarily like bangers or anything like that, you know. But goddamn, there's something about that album, and as I listened to it more and more and more and more, and I thought about it, I realized it's Vince, and it's just the way he's saying these things, how he's saying them, what he's saying, and it's just this very much this matter of fact statements, basically. And I love when an artist can do something where they're not trying to convince me. I've said this before in other videos, that the more someone tries to convince me of how fucking cool they are and how much money they got and how much girls want, the more they tell me that, the less I believe them and the more suspicious I become of, you know, how true is all this shit. Because in my mind, the more someone tries to convince me of something, the more likely it's probably not that true, because the truth is just the truth. And so you state the truth and that's it. And if somebody doesn't believe you, that doesn't matter because the truth remains the truth. It doesn't matter if they don't believe you or not. It doesn't alter reality. Beliefs do not change reality. So this, the way he's like going through these lines and this production and everything, this whole like that shit really, like, it almost feels like some sort of inverse to a police siren. It's like a warning sound, but it's almost like an alarm. It's almost like an air raid siren. I don't, there's something about it. That shit works. It works really fucking well. This is incredible. Sorry, I really just kind of blown away. I'm gonna back it up a little bit.
Cause concrete to smell fit. My man doing the life sentence on his 12 year. They threw the book at him and he didn't even tear up.
Didn't even tear up. The production fucking phenomenal.
Low, lock and low, click, draw, cock and hold, rock and roll, discharge, fire in a hole. Like I'd rather be dead than live. Besides his tattoos, he never shed a tear. He couldn't even cry, just held his head high like.
I love the drums.
That's just how we live when you live in Detroit. And that's just how it is. Weaknesses we exploit like selling back door through the door screen. Every day 24/7 dope fiends. Sniffing gate to they nose bleed.
Wow, dude.
AK to the 47, no beam. SKs in the 40s with the chrome slings. HKs and mini 14s.
This is fucking wild. This is an experience. Like, this final verse was really getting swept up in all this, just everything in the first, like, you know, opening half of the song. In this final verse, I was finally able to settle into some of the sound and just start like taking in other pieces. And this whole "don't let a tear fall from your eye," but it's like punctuation on these points where you should be crying. You should be crying, and it almost feels like that's what, you know. We couldn't play half court with no names. I had to pull full court or play full court in the dope game where pushing weight was a sport. Don't let a tear fall from your eye. You're selling backdoor through the door screen every day, 24/7. Every day, 24/7 dope fiends sniffing you to the nosebleed. Do not let a tear fall from your eye. But that's heartbreaking. Like, especially when you think back, you know, the first track, you know, is if you're trying to get a job. Like, even if you're trying to do something right, and you can't because you don't have any fucking skills or whatever. And your life is every day, 24/7 dope fiends. And then this brr, we get straight to the point. If so, gets smoked like blazing a joint. Crisco, big bro, got laid on his porch like. These they're not ad libs, I suppose. These insertions of sound, these insertions of samples and machine gun fire, are like punctuation points, man. Exclamation points. I mean. I've never been to the joint, but that's just how we live when you live in Detroit, and that's just how it is. Weaknesses we exploit, and get straight to the point. This is fucking wild, man. I think what I'm so impressed by, what I'm so excited over, is the fact that we're getting ideas expressed through more than just lyric. I mean, there's lyrics, obviously, and even this sample, "Don't Let a Tear Fall from Your Eye," obviously there's lyrics. But it's like a different way of saying something. It's like saying something without saying it. It's almost like if you think about artwork and some of these logos where there's the implied lines, obviously you've got lines, but then there's the line that you can see because it's not there type of thing. It's kind of like that. This shit's fucking cool. Don't let a tear fall from your eye because creatures smell fear. My man doing a life sentence on his 12th year. They threw the book at him and he didn't even tear up. Do not let a tear fall from your eye. And for me, man, somebody who I am fully on board with the idea of, embracing your emotion, expressing your emotions. It's important to feel. Talk about creatures. Concrete. Get life sentence and you don't even shed a tear. That's fucking stone cold right there. This is wild, man. Wild. In an incredible way. I've never heard anything like this before. Let's finish this up. What do we got left? A little bit, about 30 seconds left, and then we'll let it roll into track 4, which is BB Butcher. Wow, man. Wow. Holy shit. I figured I'd like this, given how people have described it to me and how much it's been suggested, but holy shit, I had no idea.
Reload, lock and load, click, draw, cock and hold, rock and roll, discharge, fire in the hole. Like
It's just...
clip for drop, reload.
all feels like controlled chaos, which is kind of what existence is, you know? Oh, wow. Great transition there.
What profit a man to gain the whole world and don't have control on his soul? Prepare us to walk the streets of Detroit. We don't need to go no place. Oh, we can see you with the pots that ain't never seen the stove.
If I don't scale this boat, if I sit on my bed and
This
I'm
is
gonna be
crazy.
flat broke, so I sit on my ass if I could get cash flow, so I be bout my bread, watching for task force and swatting my launch pad, and I'm back for more. Detroit's ambassador, chancellor of the Ambassador Bridge to Canada in the back of
Interesting
that
beat
ridge.
again.
Does cancerous enough to get us maximum biz, looking at that in the brig. I'm never satisfied like my mammy, she said, Jay, babe, just like your father, bold and cold. It's Detroit, Michigan in December, sold my soul to the concrete. Devil in a blue dress got me doing life in
Devil
the
in a
ghetto.
blue
So
dress.
the music that I write for the ghetto is hoodlums trying to make a way out of no way. Down with heavyweight, Trey four-way, federal promissory notes. Man, I'm telling you, I'm tired of selling dope, cause ain't shit worse than when you gotta sell this dope. Gotta dope this man if I don't scale this boat.
If I sit on my bag,
I'ma be flat broke.
so I sit on my ass.
If I can get cash flow,
So I be about my bread.
watching for task force and swatting
my
my
launch
launch
pad.
pad.
This is incredible. I'm telling you, I'm tired of selling dope. Because ain't shit worse than when you gotta sell this dope. That was something, I haven't done my additional thoughts for Straight Outta Compton yet by NWA. But that was something that really struck me with the song Dope Man off that album. And Ice Cube's fucking fury. He is furious on that track. Rightfully so. Rightfully so. But, you know, it's a different perspective. And it's, well, I hate to say that because often, you know, drugs are in hip hop, they're kind of given a little bit more of a glamorous appeal rather than this is awful and I hate it and I don't want to do it type of a thing, right? Usually drugs are a little bit more on the celebrated side. This song, I need to go through the lyrics a little bit because I'm kind of getting a little confused. This opening bit, too, with whoever Martha Jean is, I don't know who that is. You got to be built to this. Born alone, die alone. You can't count on nobody but yourself. You're all you've got out here. What? And then here's her bit. This I love this opening line. What profit a man to gain the whole world and don't have control of his soul? Oh, God. You want to change from the way you've been living. It hasn't been easy for you. Prepare us to walk the streets of Detroit. We don't need to go no place else. We can see you with the pots that ain't never seen the stove. If I don't scale this bow, I'm back from our Detroit's ambassador, chancellor of the Ambassador Bridge to Canada, in the back of that rig with some dust cancerous enough to get us maximum bids. Looking at adding up rig. I'm never satisfied like my mommy. She said, Jay, babe, just like your father, bold and cold. I love this line right here. It's Detroit, Michigan in December sold my soul to the concrete devil in a blue dress. That's a Kanye reference. But what's the blue dress also reference? It won't open the annotation. Oh, another name for police. Okay. Also a reference to the mystery thriller film, same name, released in 95, starring Denzel Washington. Oh, okay. It made me think of Devil in a New Dress, right? That's the Kanye song, I think. Anyway. Got me doing life in the ghettos to the music that's I write for the ghetto as hoodlums. Trying to make a way out of no way. Trying to make a way out of no way. Down with the heavyweight. Trey 4-way. Pack pistols on a buck boy tip. Huh. All right, let's keep going. This shit's fucking... This part too. Got the fiends' mouths watering for a piece of dessert. Begging, let me get a taste. You don't eat for my thirst. Get quenched till I clench tender legal reserve federal commissary notes. I'm tired of selling this dope. This is incredible.
I'm off a skittle when I'm annoyed. They got me annoyed, but I ain't paranoid. Always feeling like I'm being watched. Paranoid, I can't sleep. I'm in the dope game. Nina Ross, me and my girlfriend. I think these niggas and these bitches out to get me. Rise and fly, wanna leave me hanging out the trap. Set me up for failure just to let me down and die. When they need to dig deep down inside themselves and find themselves. Instead of always trying to lose their lives, I read your negativity is what I feed off.
This production is out of control.
Y'all niggas is a bunch of egotistical fake thugs with foolish pride.
Like in a good way.
Can you rely on the goons that's with you? Cause you and I, we can use them pistols.
This is pure chaos. But again, like I was saying, I don't know, whichever one it was. Welcome to 76, maybe? Like, that's the point. This is what's blowing me away so much is... I feel like I'm getting pulled into this world. It's just chaos, man. Fucking chaos. Got cash on all the blocks on the west side, stood on every slab, caught a hot one and didn't die. Witnessed my mans get shot dead and didn't cry. See my folk get murdered, I was just 11. They say it only gets worse before it gets better. I pray it don't get worse than it's been lately. If it get any worse, dude, what's worse than crazy? Besides pistols when they're shooting. Reaching for my peace when I feel the slightest movements or hear the slightest noise. I'm off a skittle and I'm anointed. They got me anointed, but I ain't paranoid. I always feel like I'm being watched. Too paranoid. I can't sleep. I'm in the dope game. Nina Ross, me and my girlfriend. I think these people and these bitches out to get me. Rise and fly. I want to leave me hanging out to dry. Set me up for failure just to let me down and die. Fuck. Wow. Wow. All right, let's finish this one up. We'll roll into track 5, which is the middle of next month. This is insane. I've never heard anything like this. Killing it with the transitions. I mean, just absolutely killing it with the transitions.
Let's ride to the gas on E. Tires go board, and they need some brand new meat. Till it put, stall out, transmission leak. Till the tire rods pop off and the engine block steam. Somebody gotta die. Till I'm cashing, I'ma pray on your mommy and your pa. Tell them happy Father's Day. Tell them happy Kwanzaa. Tell her happy Mother's Day. Tell her happy Hanukkah before I blow your fucking brains. In the middle of next month, I'm going through a thing. I just lost my 2 twins in an accident. Would have been my firstborn kids, guess it wasn't me. It's been a series of unfortunate events, and I'm getting real leery of whom I call my friends.
I want to pause right there. It's when I clicked that annotation. Boldy James, baby on the way from Son Medusa, turned out to be twins. They died in an accident, as Sterling Tolles himself describes in this interview. Huh. Can we... Is it way out of line to watch this interview? Well, it's at 6.5 minute point. So he had twins on the way and they fucking died? Shit, man. This is getting... I mean, it's already intense, but like we're really going down the rabbit hole here.
Them letters held a nigga down like an anvil. In that time capsule where time stands still. Like you running laps for practice on the treadmill. Better beware of what comes with all that transacting. Just take care of my moms if something bad happens. Tell Ariel Marie Jones to tell my dad that I wanna let it be known that I ain't mad at him. Told me to stand on my own too. I'm bad mannered. I thank you for learning me. Now I truly understand what patience is a virtue. Somebody gotta die. Like, till I'm cashing.
Something I feel like pressed. I feel stressed out. Like these two guys have made something that is conveying so much emotion. And usually, like when it comes to emotion, right? We typically in music, we can kind of think of, you got anger and you got, sadness and you got love. Those tend to be like the 3 main things, right? Got your loud metal shit, which is great. You got your I'm down and depressed and sad shit, and then you got your super duper lovey songs. And I mean, obviously there's pop and all, but usually when it comes to feeling emotion from music, you don't feel this. Just this fucking strain. Like oh my God, man. I've never been through anything of what he's talking about, but he is conveying the weariness, the stress, the fucking anxiety, the regret, the hopelessness, and all of it is just like pouring through. Fuck, man. Tell my dad that I want to let it be known I ain't mad at him. Taught me to stand on my own too. I'm bad-mannered with bad habits. Gonna smoke until I catch cancer. Curse of me. But most importantly, he taught me how to laugh in the face of adversity and how to be a man. I thank you for learning me. Now I truly understand what patience as a virtue means. And this is all while he's in the prison cell. It's been a series of unfortunate events, and I'm getting real leery of whom I call my friends. Them didn't help when I needed a helping hand. Only one that sent me mail when I was locked up was Danielle Elizabeth Merriweather in my jail cell. Them letters held a person down like an anvil. Love that line. Like an anvil. Those letters held me down. And I'm assuming in that context, I feel like that's, support, right? Keeping me grounded, keeping me sane. I think that's what that's supposed to mean. In that time capsule, will time stand still like you're running laps for practice on a treadmill? Fuck, man. This is incredible. And, the writing here is excellent. The writing's been good throughout. But this with the production, man, it's almost too much. I was seriously thinking that for a second. I was like, this is almost too much. There's only been one reaction I haven't finished, and it's Faces by Mac Miller. I got halfway through the album and I had to turn it off. So that reaction's only on Patreon, the first like half of the album. I didn't bother putting it on YouTube. People have said the second half, he lightens up a little bit. But like the first half was so fucking depressing. It was so depressing. I just couldn't handle it. This isn't depressing. This is almost like more severe than depressing. Because I don't know shit about depression, so tell me fuck you, Bob, if I'm talking out my ass on this one. But like when I think of depression, I just think of, someone who's, they don't do anything and they're in bed all the time and whatever. Right? That's probably cliche, stereotypical garbage. So if I offend you, I apologize. I'm not trying to. But like this, man, you're out in it. It's like trying to fight a tornado. And the whole world is just fucking spinning around you and there's nothing you can do about it. And you're just getting hit from all sides. This is what it feels like. Incredible. Incredible, man.
Pray on your mommy and your pa. Tell them happy Father's Day. Tell them happy Kwanzaa. Tell her happy Mother's Day. Tell her happy Hanukkah before I blow your fucking brains. Fully in my hand, bursting flames. Bullets flying everywhere. That's the thing about this dirty game.
Wild.
It never feels the big house or early grave. Dead or in jail, use your blinker in the turning lane. And let's ride to the gas on E. Turn around in my state of emergency. They turn me down, need a favor, they turn to me. And they time of dire need with the urgency. But they ain't nowhere to be found. And it's urgent. Somebody gotta die till I'm.
I mean, the experience I'm having, I feel like we're beyond music at this point. And music is a tricky medium because it's art and it's expression, but it's also very much tied into entertainment, And I think with music specifically, often people think more entertainment first before expression of art. And, you're not putting this on at a party, right? You're not doing that, obviously. This is totally in its own lane. Heard rumors are going to take out Murder James. You get respect when you lay down your murder game. I laid my game down flat as a vertebrae. You gave your man to the feds over 30 days, facing unnatural terms till eternity. They say they down, then turn their backs and turn on me. Then turn around in my state of emergency. They turn me down. Need a favor, then turn to me. This shit's fucking wild, man. There's about a minute left. We'll let it roll into the next one, which is the skit. Looks like the Safe the Womb, and then 7 is Mommy Dearest. I wonder if that's why I start crying. Let's finish this out. This is fucking incredible.
I'ma pray on your mommy and your pa. Tell them happy Father's Day. Tell them happy Kwanzaa. Tell her happy Mother's Day. Tell her happy Hanukkah before I blow your fucking brains in the middle of
so far too, this album has felt like just I gotta get this out. Like brain dump type stuff. Like it's just building up too much inside. I gotta dump it.
Since the love between us no longer exists, and each time the darkness falls, it finds me alone in these four walls.
It finds me alone in these four walls. The production is amazing.
'Twas the nightmare before Christmas, and all through the house, not a creature was staring, not even a mouse. The light from the Christmas tree bulbs blew and went out. On the mall to McNichols, we drugs on and it out. For life, every New Year, and all through the droughts, my own peoples wouldn't sell me 9/10 of an ounce. That's right, when he reached and he pumped his sword off. For the time he can hold it, the guns was in his face, and the promise was broke when he showed me to the safe.
This is fucking nuts, dude. This is nuts. This is nuts. I'm just going to take this at face value. But this is on, The Nightmare Before Christmas. But we're talking about Detroit in December and Cold Soul or Cold and Sold My Soul and all this shit. So, I mean, on Christmas Eve, they're busting in and robbing someplace. Well, somebody's house. That's right when he reached and pumped the sod off. By the time he could hold it, them guns was in his face and the climax was broke when he showed me to the safe. All right, let's drop into track 7, which is called Mommy Dearest. And it did roll in. The transition wasn't as sharp there, so that's why I just paused there. This is
sometimes I feel like a motherless child. Get out of line and I'm gunning you down. So stay in single file. For you in the line of fire, trying to renege like you threw a 9 of diamonds out when I led with spades. And you sitting Trump tight. We got hand grenades. I put his pennies good night, sleep tight. Don't let the bed buzz bite. Keep a razor blade or jagged edge butcher knife. Street light with them drugs on concrete to Spartans. I don't show love, I'm heartless. Cause she don't even love me like she did when I was younger. Seems to me she showing favoritism to my younger sibling. Thinking I wonder if he even love me. I love you, I just got a fucked up way of showing it. Cause she don't even.
Wow.
Some sort of dog.
That kind of gave me chills right there. 'Cause she don't even love me like she did when I was younger. It seems to me she's showing favoritism to my younger sibling. Thinking, I wonder if he even loved me. I love you. I just got a fucked up way of showing it because she don't even. This is incredible. This is fucking incredible.
Asking her mommy where daddy went. To her daddy where mommy at. Him telling me she ain't coming back. Me looking at my 4-year-old sister. Tears running down her poor little dimples. Damn, memories when it was hard for your little mans. Can it be that it was all so simple then? Telling me that you was on your way to come see me. And left me sitting on the porch in the rain freezing. Had me feeling like an orphan, the pain stinging. And getting stunned by a hornet ain't the same neither. It run further and way deeper than a heartbreaking, mind-boggling brain freezer. Telling James Edward I'm never selling dope. And when he said never, that's when he let me know to never say never, because you never know. And if you love someone, let them know.
Jesus. Do this like cello too. It's like bringing this heaviness to it.
I know my mother wish she got a. Dear mommy, dearest, I'm dying to live, so I stay strapped. You tried to kill me, I died and I came back. Not to mention, I got a deal white and sell crack. You gotta feel me, cause I ain't had them racetrack cars for Christmas. Or a Nintendo, they stole them from us. The night before Christmas, the window was broken out the house we lived in. On Fairfield, was way back, I could remember when I ain't had this Pirates pot to whip.
Was this Nightmare Before Christmas thing, was that his house getting robbed? Boldy's retelling of his childhood house being robbed on Christmas Eve calls back to Detroit River Rock lyric. Jesus. Oh, I missed that lyric. Detroit River Rock one. The safe. Oh, that's why it's called the safe. The womb. His home. His home got fucking robbed. Holy shit. Holy shit, man. And then he's talking about his mom. Where daddy went to our daddy, where mommy at, him telling me she ain't coming back. Looking at my 4-year-old sister, tears running down her poor little dimples. Damn. Memories when it was hard for your little mans. Can it be that it was all so simple then? That's that Wu-Tang reference. It was sampled in the Wu-Tang song. Telling me that you was on your way to come see me and left me sitting on the porch in the rain, freezing. Had me feeling like an orphan. The pain stinging, getting stung by a hornet at the same time. Neither It run further and way deeper than a heartbreaking, mind-boggling, brain freezer. Telling James, holy shit, man. And then he gets into this shit, telling James that's what, I'm never selling dope. He said, never say never. So is mom gone because she's a dope fiend? And she's not coming back because she's a dope fiend? Because she don't even love me like she did when I was younger. And then I got this bit right here. I know my mother wish she got like a daughter instead. Oh, another line from Biggie's Suicidal Thoughts. Okay. I don't remember that one. This is fucking crazy. Let me back up a little bit. We'll finish this up. This is intense, man.
You gotta feel me, cause I ain't had them racetrack cars for Christmas. Or Nintendo, they stole them from us. The night before Christmas, the window was broken out the house we lived in.
This production, this
way back, I could remember when I ain't had this Paris pot to whip in. Or no endo to smoke an ounce up, a pot to piss in. A window to throw it out, and now I'm shitting. With this toilet tissue all $1. I wipe my ass with the grants, I'm $100 dollar billing. In Detroit, we get them on consignment. I'm trying to get it, cause now I'm on some other kind of type of shit that didn't kill me. Now I'm stronger, mama. My fears I learned to overcome.
Was there any particular song of yours you remember that she found super depressing?
I referenced the Biggie song where he said, you know, his mama wish she had a fucking abortion. I made a hook out of that.
Okay. So that's what he's talking about up here. I know my mother wish she got an abortion. Let's finish this up. Sorry, this is just fucking mind blowing, man. Like, holy shit.
The darker my music got, and then people had to like bring me back to the light and start telling me like, why don't you try to have fun, party more with your music. So that's where we at with it now.
This is fucking nuts, dude. I gotta pause. I know. I gotta pause. I have to pause. Holy fuck. You know, earlier when I said it feels like fighting a tornado, I was like, I thought to myself, maybe it's a little too much, right? Hyperbolic. Because she don't even love me like she did when I was younger. Sucking on her breast just to stop my fucking hunger since I was an itty bitty baby in her stomach. I know my mother wished she got a fucking abortion. You tried to kill me, I died. And I came back. Not to mention I got to deal white and sell crack. You know, every now and then I try and put myself in, these guys' shoes. And I can't, I can't. I mean, look where I live. I have a very, very blessed life, very fortunate life. But I try. I try to just comprehend any amount of that kind of scenario, that kind of life. And while I can probably imagine 1% of it, even that is just, how the fuck do these people do it? And the truth is that most of them don't. Most of them don't do it. That's why there's so many people who are fucking homeless and strung out on drugs, and they got no future, and they got nothing to show for themselves. And, they've got nothing because they don't do it, because they can't. And I don't blame them. I probably, if I grew up, obviously when I was a kid, we were pretty poor. The lucky thing for me mostly was that my father and my mother, they weren't, into drugs. They didn't, alcohol and all that stuff. I think my dad drank a little bit of beer every now and then. Things changed. I won't get into that. Parents divorced, but I went with my dad, and he just worked. He stayed straight and narrow, pretty much. He stayed clean. He was sober. Not that he ever really, struggled with that, as far as I know. But he was able to, just essentially single parent, not a lot of money, but we lived out in the country. We lived away from everybody, essentially. And so, your biggest issue is boredom, and it sucks at the time, but it's better than the alternative. Earlier when I was saying this album feels like you're fighting a fucking tornado. Boy, you throw in the idea, even just the idea, whether it's true or not, the concept of even your own mother doesn't want you. Your own mother tried to kill you. So from the beginning, it's been a fight. From the beginning. And this bit at the end, the song's just dark. My man Sterling told us he produced it, and he used to always tell me to be more personal. So the more personal I got, the darker my music got. And then people had to like bring me back to the light. So they're telling me, why don't you try to have fun and party more with your music? So that's where we're at with it now. Fucking intense, man. I've never had an experience like this before. I don't think so. I mean, I've had intense experiences musically, like Veteran comes to mind. And then there was another one. I said actually it was more intense than Veteran. Which one was that? I don't remember now. Some irony there. My most memorable reaction experience, and I don't remember it. This is something else. This is something else, man. Holy shit. Let's keep going. Birth of Bold. The Christening. This is track 8. It did start a little bit. We're just going to drop in from the beginning of it. Apparently this is Aaliyah. I don't know any of her music at all. I remember when she died. I remember that being a big deal at the time.
Age ain't nothing but a number, and I ain't never claimed to be something that I wasn't. Bold, that's my name, don't wear it out. Kind creatures, that's my gang, you know my whereabouts. If you test my aim, then I'ma air you out. So you best
what is going on with production?
Before you be done met my neighbors, one more game. With guns in both hands, with this Uzi, I bleed your block slab. Excuse me for being a kind creature, my bad.
I'm kind of not into this one. It's a departure from the rest of the album. I guess I don't like the electronic stuff being added in because I don't think we've had that so far. So it's kind of throwing me off a bit. It's a very different sound to come in at this point in the album.
From that Desert Eagle 4-5, cross my heart, hope to die, stick a needle in both my eyes. I swear to God before I sign up. Got a part in me for being a kind creature, my fault.
Huh. Yeah, I'm not really into this one. Now, I wonder if the transition in sound is because of this last portion of Mummy Dearest. You know, we're talking about, okay, we got to party some more with your music. That's where we're at with it now. And then we shift sounds. Maybe that, is all very intentional. I'm not really clicking with this one. He talks about gonna get rocked on the pavement to see stretched out like the lowercase letter T from that Desert Eagle 4-5. Last weekend I shot a 45 for the first time. My father-in-law's got a bunch of guns. And he's getting older, and he's like, yeah, we got to start like going through these and passing them down to people. So we were out at his property, and I was shooting that, what was it, a Springfield 45, I think, semi-automatic. Actually, it shot really well. He had a 44 revolver, big-ass, long fucking barrel hand cannon type thing. I was shooting that. I could hit the target, but my aim was pretty bad with that. And I found like every time and that thing had a long ass trigger pull too. And I'd be all closing my eyes and shit. Cause it's just like fucking boom. God damn. Every time you pull the trigger, that thing just explodes. But the 45 Springfield was actually pretty legit. I was surprised at how well that shot. I shot better with the 9mm. I shot a lot better with that. But the 45 shot pretty well too. He had a couple of revolvers, and I could not. I could not hit with the revolver. They're hard. I found it was more the trigger pulling. Like pulling the trigger was moving my aim a little bit, whereas the semi-automatics, with the shorter trigger pull, I was a lot more steady. That's my story. You like that story? Me too. Yeah, good story. All right, let's keep going. Yeah, I'm not really into this one. We'll see if it grows on me with more listens. It just almost feels cheesy with the way the electronics are.
Try again and nurse your self-esteem. You inferior me, I see it in your eyes. Cause I'm the tyranny of evil men inside. And everyone lies the dark side. But mine's never been afraid to carry round. Guaranteed to tag a toe as if a body bag. Both skins, old she's got a duffel bag full of 2 2-3s and a bunch of meds.
I like that verse. That's a good verse. Throwing down ain't nothing but a thing. Yeah, this song, I'm not really into it. Oh, wow. Here we go. Nah, I'm into this part.
Every nigga who tried to feed me crumb. Too busy in the street, ain't really watch no TV, none the CD run. Still we want
crazy.
Shot that BB gun. When niggas see me, they run. Now you tell me who won. This for all my 23 and 1. Never see the sun. Niggas legacy for drug dealing. When the plug send them, whatever left on the plate, I leave my TT son. Got my hand bit, that's what I get for trying to be the slum. But still riding dirty on that Pimp C and Bun.
Crazy. It drops into Requiem. Oh, there's no transition. Okay, I'm going to pause it. I'm going to pause it there. I want to read this verse, this final verse, because the production picking up the tempo like it did, I want to see... I was really kind of like rocking out there for a second. I was really paying attention to what he was saying. So I want to see if there's something tethered to this change in tempo in the lyrics. The crackhead's taking my hood over... Had my people strong. We was young, banging purple tops, selling 3 for 1s. I don't know what that means. Got knocked. Opened up my Bible. Now I'm reading Psalms, dreaming of killing every person who tried to feed me crumbs. Too busy in the street. Ain't really watched no TV, none. Or CD-ROMs. Still we want that kid who shot that BB gun. Huh. When people see me, they run. Now you tell me who won. This is for all my 23 and 1s. I don't know what this means either. The line, this is for all my 24 3 and 1s, is a reference to the harsh condition of solitary confinement. Oh. Okay. And that never see the sun. That makes sense. 23 and 1 never see the sun because you're in solitary confinement for 23 hours a day. Legacy for drug dealing. What the plug sent him. Whatever left on the plate, I leave my tay-tay some. Got my hand bit. That's what I get for trying to feed the slums. Still trying to ride dirty. Still riding dirty in that Pumpsy and Bun. This is a crazy album, man. Track 9's Requiem. So there's a couple seconds left here. I don't think anything happened. I'll just let it roll into Requiem. Yeah. Okay. Is it playing? I'm reading the first line.
Young and lost his mother and father, was less fortunate. Put up for adoption, no foster parents at the orphanage. The social worker, she can give a fuck, she got her own problems. Brody wanted for an open murder, that's his role model. Growing up, all he seen was a Seagull's chrome roll bottle. Pouring up his troubles, getting weeded while he low. Hollow titting at his stendo road. Was running through them bundles. One time the back came up short, he had to shoot his uncle. Wishing they never put his nana in that nursing home. Was used to rolling spots, his Brody taught him how to work the phone. Never kept a lot of company, he did his dirt alone. Type nigga rock a Phoenix jersey with nothing purple on. Was dirty dick and Simone, I heard she burnt Jerome. Used to serve her brother Ramon until he murked Capone. Moms and Pops dead, Pee-wee got a murder case. Brody on the run and he think his rap he turned to state. Uncle still in the spittle, Nana in a hover room. Brody not allowed to step foot on his own stumping ground. Lil' cuz told him Pee-wee tell him Bodie killed your mans. Paid Petey to get rid of Bone before he took the stand. Now Simone think her brother did it, so she told Jerome. Mom had something to do with them niggas smoking palm. Never mix business with blood, they don't belong. And it hurt to kill a nigga you love when it hit close to home.
Is there a summary for this? No. Like, I'm kind of tired. And he went through a lot. And one spot where I struggle with like information and reading comprehension and stuff like that is when there's lots of different names, because I lose track of who is who. Like, who? Wait. So it was Simone that. Oh no, it was Ramon. No. It wasn't Ramon. It was Petey. Wait, no. Anyway, no, it was Bone. No, it was. Anyway, like, I want to listen to that again. I'm gonna listen to it. I'll hear this again, but I want to go through it just for my own sake to understand the story a little bit better, what just happened. But basically, people are snitching on each other or something like that, and this one guy, Petey, thinks it's shit, here we go. Prepaid call, Pee-wee was murder prone, knew something was wrong with his tone. Told him that it was me and Petey who murdered Bone, turned him on, and everything we touched, it turned to stone. Was any foul play, should have been the first to know, wrote a rap about it. Had to go back and reword the song. Was Dirty Dick and Simone, I heard she burnt Jerome. Used to serve her brother Ramon until he murdered Capone. Mom's and Pop's dead. Pee-wee got a murder case. Brody on the run, he think he's a rap pretending to stay. Uncle still in this bottle. In the spittle. I like how you said that. In the hospital spittle. Brody not allowed to step foot on his own stomping grounds. Little cuz told him, Pee-wee tell him, Boldy killed your mans. Paid Petey to get rid of Bone before it took the stand. Yeah, I'm just getting confused again. It don't matter. It don't matter. Let's let this one finish up, and we'll roll into why are you in her or here? Why are you in her or here? Interesting there, which is less than a minute, and then the final track is Got Flicked. So let this one play out. It's got about 20 seconds of production. Never mix business with blood. They don't belong. And it hurts to kill a person you love when it hits close to home. Huh.
Detroit is a dying city. Well, I'm gonna die with that motherfucker. You understand? If it wasn't for Detroit, I wouldn't be the motherfucker I am today. You know, so I'm not leaving my baby.
It's 6 million ways to die to choose from. Hardest thing to do is stay alive, go to school, son. I know niggas who died when they was too young to even realize. Don't even think twice to shoot guns and let the trigger decide. Took a few slugs, blink twice, bleed from his eyes, cried blue blood. Now I'm in 2 cups. What's new? Been here down a few months. Why is you in here?
His album's incredible, man. So there's the final track, Got Flicked, featuring Louis P. Newton.
I had high expectations. I used to them high-yield bonds and grew impatient. Got tired of 5-year terms of maturation. Now a nigga ain't waiting till it's private planes without propellers when I vacation. Fresh off of doing that bit and these niggas hating. Cause I ain't got conditions of parole or probation. When they ask me how'd I do it, I say insider trading, Martha Stewart. Then I laugh in these niggas' faces. Just know I'm throwing cash at any further cases. And that's me riding past in that spaceship. I'm actually one that would rather remain faceless, but can't because nothing in my character's baseless. Face this. Clicked up with some demons. Got into it with some lifers. Learned to communicate with angels. Ready to poke a nigga eye out. Avoided a bunch of liars, stay sharpening my banger. Feeling like I could have been born in the manger. Fell in love with my anger.
Fell in love with my anger.
Damn, I should have worked at Chrysler. Then went and bought the coke with the buyout. Bullets never lie, it's a heaven sin. So I'm back on the block cause she my one and only friend. And commanding my 4 elements, money, power, respect, and the concrete.
Bullets never lie. It's a heaven sent. That's those 3 words. Bullets never lie. We make shit out of ourselves and still turn my back on my mama, my father, my sister, my brother. A few women claiming that they love me. My baby mama, my son didn't show up when I realized I didn't tell him I was leaving. When the bailiff threw me in cuffs, he whispered in my ear, "This too shall pass." Now I'm shackled by my frame to the floor of a bus with some strangers. Let's keep going.
Rocky Rose. What up, White? Cuzzo.
Really curious to see how this album ends.
Drugs on. Under the pale moonlight, you niggas never dance with the devil. Stay true.
Like that's a Batman reference.
Again in that rego hand on your metal mag and no special sandwich bag full of pebbles. And it's max if they catch you. It's real life shit, this ain't Hansel and Gretel. In my kitchen, Pyrex, right next to the kettle. Open the cabinet, Farina, right next to the pet milk. With my strap on the sink full of dishes and residue. Phone tapped, I think, and my minutes is hella low. Who in the hell is think that kid would be selling dope?
Then in my recognition that how precious the time is it's gonna take. Cause I'm in this gestation period, I can build myself.
I'm counting guap like a pack casino in the coffee shop.
There's a lot to take in on this.
This is true.
Time you won't get back. This weekend I'm gonna do some dirt biking, and it's with my dad, and he's in his 60s, 67 now, I think. And I don't think in terms of seasons anymore. I think in terms of days. Like, okay, if I can get out there with them 6 trips over the season, okay, that's 12 days. And if he's got 5 more years, that's 60 days. That's what I think about. And I don't say that to like, that's not funny. It's I laugh because it makes me sad. But that's how I view things. I've got 60 more days of riding with my dad. Hopefully. Maybe more. Maybe less. Don't know. My wife's parents are getting older. And they're still kicking around. They're still doing pretty good, but they're getting older. They're in their 70s. And so, like holidays and stuff, sometimes it's a drag, right? Like, oh God, gotta do this kind of. Is this the last one? I don't know. This shit's fucking hitting, man. This is incredible. This is an incredible album. This verse 2, Under the Pale Moon. So this was in the original Batman movie. Batman says it's a Joker, because I think Joker says that earlier. It's been forever since I've seen that movie, but I think that's also a reference to something else, probably like a book or I don't know. Getting that regal. Let's keep going. I'm kind of getting all caught up in a bunch of shit, which is fine, but at the same time, I always feel a little uncomfortable when I start sitting here and kind of like swimming around in my own ideas and I'm not saying anything. But then I go, well, I don't want to, like sometimes I'm thinking so many things at once, I can't say anything. I don't have any cohesive thoughts. So let's just keep going. But I wanted to share the time thing with you. It's true. And the reason why I mentioned it is because it's a useful tool. It's something to keep in your mind. It helps me overcome my own like crankiness, my laziness, whatever, where I don't want to, that thing. Think of it in terms of days, man. Like you only got so many days, especially with people who you don't see very often. I mean, if you think of in terms of like holidays and stuff, people who are getting older, especially, you've got what, a dozen days left with them where you actually are with them over the next couple of years, depending on how often you see people. Anyway, let's keep going.
I'm counting guap like a pack casino in the coffee shop, whipping cream up the cappuccino. Hubbard Ross got the fiends running back with singles, chasing a hat they ain't seen since selling crack was legal. Facing no probation, out on bail, fresh out of jail, no laces in my number 12s. So anxious to blaze up this blue I've been saving since county jail. Put on my street clothes, took off my county blues, put on my free throws, kicked off my shower shoes, then threw my piece on, cut off my wristband, then threw my freeze on, screw my earring in, then threw my ring on, put on my C-frames, turn on my minute phone, cut on my next tail, threw my D fitted on. They call me King James Jones, it's written stone, all my concrete is getting it on.
The witness disappeared, never court date appears, while awaiting trial hearing.
Don't taught me to.
This shit's intense. So this verse, coming right after this interlude you're talking about, rebuilding yourself and transformation and time is precious, and then immediately him just going right back to it, right? Hubbing rocks, got the fiends running back with singles, chasing high they ain't seen since selling crack was legal. This is an incredible verse. Face it. No probation. Out on bail. Fresh out of jail. No laces in my number 12. So anxious to blaze up this bill I've been saving since county jail. Put on my street clothes. Took off my county blues. Put on my free throws. Kicked off my shower shoes. Then threw my piece on. Cut off my wristband. Threw my freeze on. So that's his like diamond watch, I'm assuming. Screw my earring in and threw my ring on. Put my C-frames on. Turn my minute phone. So just right back to it. Immediately right back to it. This is fucking incredible. Let me back it up just a little bit. I think I cut up the intro.
Even though they say my head hard is a brick in the freezer, hoping that this fan charge don't stick to my black ass. Put pedal down the foothill, wheelies on the front on the dyno with the black mask, rhinos in my black man, black flag, red rag, representing brick slab, 6 flags, 7 6 a big ab, big bag, get cash, selling niggas brick slabs, big hands, 17s and nick bags, nick nab, eagle with the clip stash, with blast, quick fast, miss me with the river ass, snitch ass, kiss ass, dick sucking bitch man, his bed, concrete is west side.
Holy shit, man. I mean, I just feel it. I just feel stressed out. I feel like I'm fighting a tornado.
I had to be purposeful on my actions. I had to give definition to what my shape would be, you know, when I'm transforming myself.
I know I'm not like reacting. I'm just taking
when
this
I
shit
came out,
in.
it was like what they call it, sensory overload. It was surreal, you know, like colors were just brighter. Like I had never seen them before. Like I had never seen the color of the leaves on the tree or something. Like I had never seen sunlight reflecting off the paint of a car. You know, and just knowing that, you know, you are alive and this actually happened. Where you just walked up, you know, is really and truly behind you.
Wow, man. Love this outro. Sterling. Sterling did an incredible job. Holy shit, man. I don't know what to say. That was incredible. I feel like so there's a show was it Rick and Morty? And if you've never seen it, it's this crazy cartoon and, you know, ridiculous sci-fi adventures and vulgar and swearing and violence and stuff. It's an entertaining show. But there's one episode where they're out at some like space mall, like Galaxy Mall or something like that. It's basically Dave and Buster's. Like if you are familiar with Dave and Buster's, like a arcade place and a bar and like, you know, anyway. Big arcade and all that stuff. Sports bar, food. And in this Rick and Morty episode, they're at like a space version of Dave and Buster's, basically. And there's a game called Roy. And the game Roy, you put on this like fucking neuro headset or something like that, and then you like pass out. And the whole game is living this other guy's life, Roy. And you know. And Morty, one of the characters, he puts on the headset and, you know, he goes through and like he's playing high school football and his high school sweetheart and he gets married and all this other stuff. And he lives his whole life, Roy, in this video game. And then, you know, of course he wakes up when Roy dies. And it's just a cool little bit. I feel like I just did that. Kind of. I mean, obviously not live this guy's life, but the way the music the way everything is expressed. Like this isn't, I mean, it is music. It's cool. It's cool to listen to, but it's so far beyond music. Like it put anxiety in me. It put stress in me. I'm just gonna say it again. It's like fighting a tornado. And you know, even in is it Medusa? That refrain. You're a beautiful. Maybe it was the second track. You're a beautiful child of the stars or something, of the universe, no less than the trees and the stars. And it's just like, my life is just this tornado. And it's always been a tornado. And I don't know why this tornado came for me. You know, especially with tornadoes, right? They'll destroy that house and this one's perfectly fine. And there's no rhyme or reason. There's nothing to explain it. There's nothing to just remove this random universal lottery. And I really wonder about his mom, if she ended up becoming an addict. Because he hints at that, but he doesn't really explain that. But there's a lot of stress around selling crack and all that. Fuck, man. What a ride. What a ride. That was incredible. I'm so glad I sat with that. That was kind of perfect. I needed something like that. I wasn't ready for really anything else. Just, I'm so tired and my mood, I was kind of in a shitty mood this morning. 2 or 3 songs in, I could immediately tell I felt so much better. Listening to music helps me so much. This was just, it's like a fever dream. Have you ever had those before when you're sick, and you got the fever and you're trying to sleep, but you're so achy and sick and uncomfortable, you can't sleep, but you fall asleep, but then you wake up and you just go through these weird, like, fucking dreams where it feels real because you're not sleeping well and you wake up so often that you feel like you're not asleep, but you are asleep. And so you have the dream, but then the dream bleeds into being awake and you don't know what the fuck is going on. I had that once a couple of years ago. I was really sick. Really sick. My wife was gone. She went down to see her parents. And I told her, yeah, go for it. And then like the next day I texted her in the afternoon. I said, you got to come home. And she fucking came home so fast because I never, like, I don't let her baby me. She loves, that's one of the ways she expresses her love. That's her love language, just taking care of you. And I'm like the opposite. Like, don't take care of me. Don't fuss over me. Don't pay attention to me. I don't like that shit. I don't like a lot of attention. Ironic now that I have like a YouTube channel, right? But that's just how I am as a person. I don't want people fussing over me. Don't worry about me. I don't need, little pats on the head at work and gold stars. No, I'm here to do my fucking job and go home. It's fine. And so when I texted her, I need you to come home, she was like, holy fuck, are you okay? I don't know, but I need you to come home. Like, I could barely get out of bed. It was bad. And I remember that day, man, just weird dreams. And that's what the emotional state I remember feeling. I'm like there again with this. This is just something else, completely something else. Wow, man. Wow. Art. In my opinion, art. I don't really know what else to say. I kind of like need to breathe. In a sense, I feel like Morty after playing the Roy game. Where is this? Who am I? What's going on? Do I live here still? It's raining outside, and that never happens in California, so something ain't right. The universe is still at odds. Okay. There's one check. I liked one song just because I got so wrapped up in the album. I didn't even bother putting, like, you don't put on songs from this. You put on this. That's it. Okay, y'all. I gotta go, like, I don't know, do something. Splash some water on my face or something. I don't know. Holy shit. What an experience. Boldy James. The album cover is kind of perfect now. After having experienced that, The album feels like what that looks like. Okay, y'all. Take care. We'll see you soon.